Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 1800, the Road to Rome series. Now before we get started, just wanted to mention a couple of things. Number one, a lot of people have been asking about mods, or why there's different buildings, production chains, and skins in my game than a regular game. That's basically because of mods. Now if you're curious what mods I'm using, or what a mod even is, I'm going to make a short video. Pop it in the description. It'll actually stay unlisted because I feel like it's a somewhat niche topic and already covered out there if you just kind of search around. But it's going to give you everything you need to know about the mods I'm using and how to install them. Number two, if you're a channel member, you get episodes early. Anno episodes become public on Tuesdays and Thursdays on my channel, but channel members get them about 48 to 24 hours early. You guys also get comment priority and your name in the credits, as well as a Discord role if you join discord.gg/WDP, but it's also just a nice way to support as well. And finally, to do a little recap, in the last episode we built our pescatarians and pretty much satisfied all their needs. We also sent a ship to the New World on our first expedition, so we're going to be eagerly awaiting its arrival to see what our competitors have been up to there. I have no doubt they're already ahead of me, which is why I'm constantly scrambling around. Now I'm sure once we get out of the island competition phase and settle down a bit, things can slow ever so slightly, but we're still in that phase right now, so we're still going to be busy. But I did my best with this little area here for the pescatarians to try and make it look decent. Speaking of the pescatarians, we can actually upgrade them if we deliver some bricks. There's a lot to do, so let's get to it. I'm gonna load up a lot of those bricks and we'll start sending them over. That island, Brundisium, my sister island, doesn't actually have any clay deposits, so that's always something it's going to be short on, unfortunately. So we'll have to make sure they get that stuff. There's also a ship up here with Eli. I'm going to send it over to Archibald and purchase a bunch of steel, and then bring it down to Nova Roma to get the ball rolling on that. I've also updated the minimap to use the option that's in-game. This was pointed out to me in the comments. Down here, islands in player colors. Choose to show islands in the respective colors or only the sections where the buildings have been placed. Yeah, so basically, whoever owns the island, it fills out that color completely of the island. Really nice visual aid just to see who owns what. Alright, we have our expedition. Let's check it out. The Mountain Maw. Your sailors face the mountain without a map. After racing from guide to guide through the depths of the mountain range, the crew finds themselves devoid of a chaperone. The guide supposed to take them on the last leg hasn't shown up at the time you agreed. Forget what initial goal you had in mind. Getting off the snow-topped peak is the only priority now. Why did they get onto a mountain in the first place? Traverse the mountain on your own or retrace your steps. Ah, sure, go on. 15% bonus success chance, let's try it. A guide would have been helpful. Your sailors navigate the mountain paths to the best of their ability, but they aren't skilled enough for the task at hand. The narrow roads disappear beneath the mist of the snow and branch out around the skeletal trees, forcing your crew to spread out. When the explorers reach a decent camping ground and count their numbers, 5 of them are missing. Yikes. Go back and look for the missing sailors? Yes, come on now. The fresh snow hides the dangers underneath. A powdery white frosting covers everything in sight, and the skies melt into the ground, disguising the horizon. The hunters advance on instinct alone, unable to spot any hints of their previous passage. They find the missing sailors only by encountering the same fate. The frozen ground breaks under their weight. The thin crust of ice hid a fault. 3 of the lost men are down there, and 2 hunters just joined them. Pull the sailors from the fault at the risk of falling? Yes. Come on, let's see if we can get them out. Uh-oh. The rescue comes at the price of their remaining strength. It takes 10 soldiers to get 1 man out of the fault, 3 to pull, 6 to hold, and 1 to keep an eye on the trembling layer of ice. The snow weighs them down, pushing when they pull, hissing when they call out. When the last sailor is hauled from the rift, both the rescuers and the rescued are broken. They drag themselves downhill and manage to leave the clutch of the mountain. So it worked, right? We got them, right? I think so. It was tough, but they did it. Was it worth it? Probably not. Let's provide the extra rations and continue. That was a pretty big morale hit straight away, actually, so maybe it wasn't worth it overall. Whew. Alright, so if we have a little recap as to the current situation. Consumer goods are great across the board. No problems that I can see just at a quick glance here. In Brundisium, looks like we're short on fish. That shouldn't be a problem. We're also overproducing cheese. But I wanted to load up our ship. Did I do that already? Actually, I did, right? Oh yeah, here it is. Archibald Blake greets me. I don't want him to help me or do anything just yet. And are these... Is this a frigate? Yes. Okay, so It's been pointed out to me, and I was aware of it, but, you know, things are hectic, that we're going to build a pier here so that our trade only has to go back and forth between these 2 points. Another thing that would be worth doing that I didn't think of was to grab a cannon tower here, move it over to this side, and that way we can actually have a pretty good radius all the way out to this point here. So from here to there, that's pretty great. And this one almost covers the same point, so we could possibly almost lock off this area completely with some defenses. Now, people are saying build flame towers and all this kind of stuff. I appreciate that. That's something I'd like to get to. However, the AI doesn't just barrel into your guns. It's not that dumb. It'll navigate around the ring almost as much as possible. So it's not really an easy answer, quick solution to just go, oh, just put the guns down and it'll, you know, it'll stop them forever. However, I do agree, locking this area off, locking that off, does create a deterrent from them going through. And then what we could possibly do is here, just create a patrol route going back and forth. And then they really would be isolated to just over there, right? So just as a recap, block off this area, we sort of block off this area, and then they've got really nowhere to go other than a very slim area to get through here. It's really hard to see, but this is where the edge of the map is right there, so they could filter out around barrels a little bit. We could also block that off, I suppose, if we really wanted to, and just keep an eye on them constantly until their first ship of the line rolls out and starts doing some serious damage. Anyway, so our bricks have arrived. Let's drop them off. We're going to have to do that quite a lot. I'd like to build some extra storage, actually. So a depot. We'll just pop that. Sure. It's actually kind of a terrible placement. Anyway, we'll drop that in there. All good. Another little feature is if we use the upgrade tool, we can upgrade all of the roads using that tool. People pointed that out to me as well. I actually did know that one, but I have a nasty habit of not doing this. I'll tell you why. You might notice why. It's because there's no sound. There's no feedback when you click it, as opposed to doing this. It's a small thing, but it makes me kind of not want to do it. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Anyway, but yeah, it's nice, obviously, for windy roads, and it's definitely quicker, so I'll be using it if I can remember to. There we go. Our lovely little pescatarian area is nice now. We want to add another one of these, because they were lacking fish. And then, if we have a look at their needs, so they have the market, the fish, the vegetables, the library, the bread is coming from Rome. They provide cheese back to Rome, Nova Roma. Happiness, they're pretty good. They're lacking tools, though. And that would provide 13 coins per household. So that'd be nice. They make 30 per household and a great workforce. The workforce in this island is awesome now. So we can actually start getting rid of some of the OG villages if we wanted to, because we don't really need them, and just spread these guys out further and further. And the interesting thing here is these can be upgraded. They don't just become... It's not farmer to worker to artisan. Pescatarians are like an offshoot, and they have an upper tier of pescatarians. So let's just have a look. So that'll be one of them right there. So they're just still pescatarians, and they make actually a little bit more per household. And now they require suits, pickled vegetables, sardines, and music school. Now, one of the nice things with one of the mods is the alternate needs, right? So we're currently making suits over in Nova Roma right here. It's actually a really cool building as well. You can see them rotating around the thing. I think that's normal for the fur, but they've just made a few cosmetic changes here. It looks great anyway, I think. So suits. Unless I'm mistaken, it's in the game already. I can barely tell where the modded content ends and the real content begins. So, another one of these would be nice, because we're actually really tapped out on it, and we'll transport that over to Brundisium. However, we need to make sure we're keeping up with linen and wool. So, let's see what we need for that. So, wool is looking damn good. Let's go all islands. Wool is still great, yeah, just making sure. Then linen, that'd be an intermediate. Linen is 2 for 2, actually. Nice. Okay, that's not a big deal then at all. That's done then. So I want to refine the routes that we have. Let's just add this to this category. Good. I want to refine these routes just a tiny bit, a smidge. And we have to buy that steel. So one thing first is there's a pirate ship right there. I'm just going to start targeting that with one of my ships and see if we can kind of catch him. Expedition requires attention. Let's continue with this. Parasitic infestation. The parasites must have come from the marsh goo. All that waist-high wading. I feel like that's a relation to another event that we didn't have. So, do we treat the affected or hope the problem goes away? I guess try to treat them with some new clothes. We're under the weather. The doctors disagree. They should have just let them. Madam, bloodletting gives our patients only a 50-50 chance, says one. Sir, tinctures are seldom beneficial or effective on parasites, says the other. I mean, I'm not a doctor. Let's try the last tincture, I guess. The unpleasant medicine does not help. Constant trips to the privy are now the only release for your bug-ridden crew. The doctor admits to the failure of the tincture, but thankfully has something for diarrhea. Okay, good.
I suppose she'll do.
Alright, let's continue on. Still another hit to the morale. We're down to halfway already. So, I was wondering if it would categorize them by what ship type they are. I'd rather just have the military ships in one panel, for instance.
Ship under attack.
One of them should just be sitting here, no?
You can
I obviously just moved them when I wasn't supposed to. Ship under attack. Which one where? Alright, you can give chase. I had the wrong frigate assigned. We've got all these gunboats as well. Oh, some of them have stuff on them. This has steel. Why are we down here with steel? All the way at the very bottom of the map? I have no idea. 50 steel. I mean, they're on all-out attack. Maybe they chased something down here. That was a bit of a mistake. Yeah, I must have bought it from Archibald and then just traveled south like crazy. Alright, anyway. So, I'd like to fulfill the needs of those pescatarians now that they're leveled up. We're not going to level them all up, because it'd be hard on the demands. But ideally, that is what we're going to do. You still get the same workforce. It's farmer, worker,
an unpleasant waft. Now, here is a
and artisan, of course. Alright, the Olympia. Let's just buy that steel. So there's only 16 to buy. Yeah, I must have bought it before. Tempted to just buy some bricks here as well, just to speed things up a bit. There we go. Alright, we'll head back. Cool. The other thing was upgrading this side of the place. So we've got good bricks now as well. Let's just upgrade these roads one more time. As much as we can. It's all our bricks spent. And we could do with having more workers out this way. And more artisans on the inside of the town. But we're out of bricks, so we'll have to wait for a little bit. And just spread that out. And spread that out. Just make sure everyone has the same skin so we don't get too confused. Alright, cool. So, while our thing is on the go, the expedition, we wanted to redraw the routes here a little bit. Just mobilize that so that we can use our clippers now. We've got some clippers. In fact, sorry, I should make another clipper as well, just in the background if we can. Yes, we can. Alright, we're starting to make another clipper. Good. So I think we've got two. So we can bundle some of these routes together. And I'm sorry, I keep stopping and starting, but we also want to put that pier in I was talking about. So we needed artisans for that, so I couldn't do it that early, but now we have them. So 50 bricks, we'll get that in just a moment, and we'll put a pier in, yeah, somewhere like right here, whatever. It's totally fine. I'll just have to wait for that. I was also looking through some of the extra chains, like sardines and things. A lot of this stuff is doable here, where we are now. So while we're waiting, I know that we want to move suits across. So I'm going to set up one route for everything from Nova Roma to Brundisium, and then one route going the other way. So Nova Roma should be sending, let's just see. We're sending over bread. And that's it. Bread and suits, is it? Bread and schnapps and suits. Okay, let's do all three. So, bread. Schnapps. Suits. I'll have to obviously set a reserve on these things. And I won't give that a name or anything just yet. I want to set a reserve on those.
New orders, Admiral.
So that's the stuff we need. We can upgrade this now. Bonk.
I shouldn't ask. We've ever
A concerned
wished
farmer
for.
pleads for you to prevent the rise of anarchy. Or they'll riot. He's too busy chasing away anarchist troublemakers to look into the disappearance of my hens. Can you give them a hand? Okay.
I got something perplexing, needs setting straight.
Find the anarchist gangs. Oh no. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. That could be tricky unless we see... There's one right there. Actually might be easier at nighttime because they have little torches. There's another one actually. It's like playing Where's Waldo or something. Come on. I don't know if they could be on the opposite... There's... Got one. Got him.
I wish I'd a goose for your kindness.
Oh, no worries. Let's make it morning time. Brighten things up. Some people ask for the day-night cycle to come back. I do like it. It can just be a little micro-y, having to make sure that it can be a little too dark at nighttime. I wish there was just a setting to make the day last twice as long as the night or something. Some games do have that, which is quite nice. Alright, so we have this pier set up here. So they should just go from that back and forth. Now we have to assign a clipper ship. Oh yeah, sorry, I need to set the reserves. So, bread, we'll just set a reserve. Minimum stock already set for that. Minimum stock for that. And then we just need the suits to have this similar thing. So I'll say a minimum stock of 15. Well, let's keep it to 25 actually. So we can reserve them for a little while. Okay.
Admiral! Admiral!
I know, almost ready. Yeah, let's put the Nebuchadnezzar on it just before that moves.
Stations.
I'm just gonna drop off those bricks again if we can. There we go. Right, now you're set. All right, expedition.
It's beastly, Admiral.
Trespassers, an ambush of missiles. This unmapped region of the Great Forest is home to an indigenous people. Suddenly a man grips his shoulder where a feathered dart now hangs. It could have come from anywhere. Do you fight, hide, or if all else fails, flee? Find cover. Root out and tackle the ambushers. I'd say find cover. Although I don't know what would happen then. You're not going to be able to fight them. I don't think. The rain of darts comes to an end when your group quickly and cleverly diffuses, each finding their own space. Out of respect, perhaps your ambushers decide to retreat. Or do they simply believe the damage has already been done? Those who were hit begin to wheeze heavily, collapsing to the floor, for the darts are tipped with poison. My god. Knowledge of the local practices may yield answers. I'm not prepared. I'm in no way prepared for that, apparently. So let's just try medicine again. Okay, the doctor is praised for the quickness of thought. An extraordinary antidote is proposed, the posset of deadly nightshade. Your expedition marks the territory on the map for the sake of anthropology before taking the long road around it. The doctor says, don't ask me how, but it has worked. Okay, cool. I'm trying to just skim over them a bit because I don't want to spend too long on them.
These fabled lands exist.
Discovered in... Oh, right, we're there, are we? Hey, we've done it. Ta-da! The New World. All right, good. Wasn't as long as I thought. I thought you get a few more messages. Let's just start exploring. And we'll hop back over every now and then once we uncover things and see where we can settle. The idea then would be
new expedition
to get another clipper made.
New orders, Admiral.
And I'm going to put this guy on patrol just between these two. Oh, we found her already. That's great.
It's hard to get ships.
Oh, she's all the way down there. Okay. Well, at least I guess it just discovers her for me. So, a start in the New World. Receive a clipper. Oh, you're just given one? Sweet. Yeah, I thought you had to go all the way down here to get it.
Trust you.
And I didn't know it had all this material on it. Sweet. All right, cool. This allows us to settle much quicker. I was worried we almost had to come back. Let's start exploring around. So far, so good. A nice unsettled island. I like the look of this. We have bananas, pearls, coffee, tobacco. I dare say we just go for this right now. It looks awesome, actually, as well. Oh, we don't have any construction material here. Okay, well, let's just keep exploring, and we'll get our other ship to make its way up here to settle this island. Of course, we have to be wary of the pirates in the New World as well. Oh, boy. All right. So, our trade is taking hold. Now we can get rid of things like... We don't need that anymore. We don't need the schnapps anymore. Okay. So, import. So, coming into Rome will be the beef, the tomatoes, the olive, and the olive soap. So we can put this all on one ship. Beef, tomatoes, olive. Do we need actual olives? Oh, that's hops. Sorry, my mistake. And then hops. Cool. Right, and then say the Merlin doesn't need to be there anymore, and we'll get a new... Oh, do I not have another clipper? Well, we're making one right now. Let's just accept that for a moment. Islands are being discovered left, right, and center. There's so much going on. And we've also got a new quest out here. What's going on? I need some cattle. Do you ever consult horospices?
They never gave me opportunity to show.
You really should. You can learn an awful lot. Sadly, I'm still a novice. I find myself sifting through many animals before I even begin to see the truth emerge. 20,000 on incendiary grenades. Yeah, sure.
On your head.
How much cattle do you need? Pick up cows at this lighthouse. Again, I have no idea why we just have a bunch of steel here. And we're at the very bottom of the map. I'm so confused what's going on here. Alright, come back up then. This is our clipper, the Black Rose. Okay. Cool. So now we can delete this route, and assign this to Old World. Alright, general goods export and import. That's fine. So just two trade routes now between the two islands with a clipper on each, and we're guarding them with some guns and things.
Work for something greater.
A destruction quest.
It's the ultimate blessing. You must be champing at the bit.
Destroy a clipper and destroy 2 schooners. It's from Archibald Blake. Okay. Alright, so we're at Brundisium. Should we drop the steel here? I'm so confused what's going on with these things. Alright, you come up here. Let me know when you get here. That might help me out. I could swear we just saw that they were both down here, no? So the 26 is down here, but this one isn't. Okay. Alright, let's make another clipper. We're going to need it. And I'd like to actually give some guns. Yeah, I do have another clipper. I knew it. I must have just been blind. And just get some guns and bring them over to the other island. I can't remember how many you need for a cannon. Is it 15? It's 10 with 8 steel. Okay.
Good and ready.
Give me 8 steel, please. And we're going to need a few more bricks as well. So let's just bring this all over. Let me know when you get there. Alright, cool. So, a little chaotic, obviously, but things are getting a bit better. And also, money's still great and everything, so that's good.
Goodness turns to badness like alchemy.
They should start getting suits soon enough. We have a reserve until they hit 25 on the main island. But it's interesting. You get 18 coins per suit, but you actually get 19 coins if you have an artisan. So you do get a little less for providing the same thing to pescatarians. So I think they're actually interestingly balanced. I think the triple workforce is a really nice thing, but you probably make less money from them overall, if I was to guess. Let's hop to the New World and see what we've uncovered. So we found 2 islands that are already occupado, which sucks, but we found a few that aren't, so that's good. Let's just keep going around the edges of the map. Is there an island here? There is actually. Let's just quickly find that one. So here, and then back up. Our clipper is making its way all the way to the edge. This would actually be a great spot for an island just generally, because it's next to the coast where we came in, or the edge of the map. And then also, it has a bay. So if anyone was to come in, like, we should be able to defend it pretty well. I guess. Like the... I guess there's kind of a... What's the word? It's like a double-edged sword kind of thing. Oh, no, actually, we could put some stuff here. Yeah, I was just going to say, like, if there's things coming out of here, the guns would only cover the bay itself, so maybe not that good. You almost want to defend the route, right, rather than just where things come in. But this could maybe deter something, and this could maybe deter things as well. We have pirate ships roaming around the outside. All right. Okay, so back to the pescatarians. Ultimately, what I'm trying to do now is make more money and get to, obviously, engineers and things if we want to do that back home. And just keep increasing the amount of artisans we have. I want to keep doing that on this right-hand side. Which hurts the workforce substantially, but we should be able to handle it. Okay. Right, can we do a couple extra farmer estates, please? Now, can you get terraced farmers? No. Might be worth going with the pescatarians over here as well instead of farmer households. Although you do get a lot less, I suppose. Terraced worker house would be great, but we need...
I'm confident it's ready.
They actually cost you money. They cost you 14 maintenance per household, so you really need to make sure you can fulfill the goods, otherwise they drain your money. It's quite an interesting one. Let's see what we got. Hey, this is good news all around. Well, less riot chance means you can boost production for very little drawback. Let's check our situation now. So fish, schnapps, clothes, sausages, everything's gone, at the base level has gone down because we just upgraded so much. I'm kind of surprised by that bit, though, because we upgraded them into artisans, which don't require this. Although I guess we got a lot of workers as well. Let me just color these guys appropriately as well, just to make sure we know what we're dealing with everywhere. Okay. Same with these. Can also get rid of this school. It's not needed anymore. It was a farmer's school. Alright, let's check on a few of my ships that should be just sitting around doing nothing. So we can finally drop this stuff off. We'll get that new defense. So a cannon tower. I'm going with cannon rather than the flame because cannon has bigger range and they just stay away from your range. So I think that just makes more sense. The Imperio shipyard. Let's put this in behind there. Alright, cool.
Awaiting new horizons.
gunboat still hasn't made its way up yet. And how are our quests doing? So, pick up at Madame Gehenna's. Oh, I never sent anything down here. That's the one with 50. Deposit that 50 now, so that's great. Let's just drop this in. I'm so overwhelmed. My ships are really confusing me, I guess. You come in here, you come in here. Just going to drop that stuff off. We could sell those schooners now. I don't think I'm going to really need them. And they're just confusing me anyway. And same with the gunboats, to be frank. There's so many. So, we have to pick up cows at Madame Gehenna. So this ship can do it. It's not carrying anything. And this one can do it too.
I push the people no harder than I push myself.
Okay, so that's 23 minutes on that one. On another quest, we have another quest here. It says optional. Destroy a clipper and schooner. Okay, so we have 2 frigates. One frigate can go out this way. We should probably read about that quest. It seems like we're just attacking Archibald for some reason. No gods, no masters too, an eye for an eye. Unable to bear the Queen's pressure any longer, Dr. Mercier has asked you to help him warn her that any harm she does to his people will be returned. So a little retaliatory strike there. We're also making pretty good money. I'd like to go up to Archibald or someone and see if we can pick up some decent items now as well. It's almost time. Are we making a ship? We are. We're about to make another clipper. And after that, maybe we can make a frigate. Or if we wait just a little bit longer, we could get a ship of the line. I think another frigate would be good, though. The mobility at this stage. Let's have a look. Actually, sorry. Our little bell went off. So yeah, drop that stuff in. Drop that stuff in. So there's 2 schooners here. Just going to send this up to Archibald. Sell them. New ship constructed. Over at Nova Roma. So there it is. So yeah, let's go with another frigate. And let's see. I'm so overwhelmed all the time. So bells went off for this guy. There he is. And this guy. So this is an angler. Yeah, that's okay. So there's 3 ships here not really doing anything. We can just patrol them on this area, I think. So yeah, interesting to see the pirate ships come in. See, they just move because they're like, oh yeah, there's a circle here, and there's a circle here. So they don't really have a way of crossing through here anymore. So that should protect our trade and allow me to not have to worry about it too much. Don't forget, we also have another island up here, Albion, that we want to set up for a trade soon. The audacity of actually attacking me here, by the way. The gunboats are onto him though, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just trying to see if our frigates are nearly at that quest location. So that is all the way tucked into the edge of Hugo Mercier's island. So we're just turning the corner now with one of our frigates. The other one is close behind. They don't have any defenses, it seems.
Frigate first class.
I suppose what we could do is just go right between them, maybe.
The apple car.
Right, we picked up the cows. 20 cows. And they need to be brought to Alonso Graves Lighthouse. Nice. Alright, so we're just shooting the crap out of these guys, I guess. And my other ship is on the way, so we don't have to pay too much more attention to that. Okay, so, have we got suits yet? No tools production yet either.
I should be honored.
No, not yet. Alright, well, we could look at pickled veg and see what's needed for that. So let's do it. So pickled veg needs regular vegetables and then a kitchen. It's a minute, takes 50 artisans, and we have all the money and everything for that now. A kitchen in and around this area might look kind of good. Sure, it's a bit of an industrial, mini-industrial area. I'll zoom in on that building. Looks nice.
I had better leave it.
Yeah, it suits being near some of the farms and the orchards and things. In fact, not to be so picky, but if we want this area to look kind of nice, I would tilt it this way, bring that road across. Just seems like it suits being on a dirt road more. Doesn't have any other variant. And yeah, let's check our vegetable production then on this island. So it's just slightly under. So we could make another vegetable farm. Let's see, where do we have one? There's one on the island just over there. Okay. Yeah, let's start another one in here.
We're taking every...
I'll just fill this area, actually. Why not? So we overbuilt modules by pressing shift. Alright, so back to the morning time. Yeah, nice. So, little vegetable farm, supplying the kitchen. Is that going to be enough pickled veg for all our pescatarians? Yeah, apparently so. They only consume, they don't even, it's like 0.1. Oh, I guess there's only one household actually at the moment. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, I do think we could go with a few more of these households. They don't really seem to be consuming too much for what we've got already. I'll do blueprint mode. I'll start thinking about removing some of the standard farmer households because that'll free up some of the fish that these guys consume as well.
Ceasefire has ended.
Just want to make sure they're not too far from that community center. What was that building? That's just another residence. Nah, that's not going to be good. Now I'm thinking like all these little gaps can be used for vegetable patches. So I'm just trying to think where is best to put these places. Because you could have another vegetable farm somewhere over here and just put patches in between those houses.
In the air.
Alright, cool. We'll see how they get on. And just...
There's an unpleasant waft. Now, here is a vital matter of queen and country.
You're asking me to help you? Sorry, yeah, I don't know. Just leave it for now. I don't know what I just accepted. The cows are on the way. The proof of destruction needs to be taken back. So the proof of destruction would be here.
Ready the ropes.
There we go. I merely intended to alert you about Dr. Mercier. He most definitely has a gift with words, but there may be less consequential content. But there may be less consequential content to them. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really know what he wants us to do. Sail to his thing. The queen vanishes. That's obviously a different quest. Okay, cool. Well, let's just take this stuff back. Should have another frigate coming out now. In a moment. Yeah, just a couple of minutes. I'm going to put my guns up here, actually. And we've actually got pretty good construction material now to kind of build some fresh industry. I can build these houses as well. Nice. Oh, man. Things are always busy. Can we do some further upgrading? I think just a little bit. That's a lot of artisans out this way. We'll just try to deal with what they need after the fact. We've got money in the bank, so it shouldn't be too hard. They do need a variety theater, I think, already to make them happy. They're short on canned food, it looks like we've run out of. Beer, variety theater.
New expedition.
And obviously in the New World, we're trying to colonize over here. So our guy is right there. Perfect, let's go. Alright, we got our first island in the New World. There's another one available here, which is kind of similar. Oh, it's actually really nicely... No rivers or anything going through it. Again, bananas, coffee, tobacco, herbs. It's not that different, but it's definitely a good...
This for me?
I think it would definitely be wise to get one that's so close, just for the extra space. But we kind of want to get stuff that has different fertilities. I am ready to hand in the quest, thank you. That's a nice batch of money.
Scale of operation, dear.
We need to... This guy's traveling around with all this stuff on him. Probably should have sold it or deposited it so that... Yeah, I guess I'll just come back up here and drop it into this place. Well, we're uncovering a nice amount. If you want to see it more full screen, New World. That's what we've seen so far. So Beryl has 2 islands. Alonso has 2. We've got 1. We could get the second one soon. Oh yeah, it's got bauxite, helium, and minerals. That's actually kind of good. Oh yeah, and it's got gold and oil. Okay, yeah, we will go for it then. So I was just sailing out. I don't actually have the stuff with me. Let's just pick up some extra material and go claim that island then. Another unclaimed island here. See, that's something we don't have. Coca fertility, so gotta keep an eye on all these things, I guess. Place is coming along nicely. The blue rooftops. And the workforce is settled, so that's good. Although I'm still gonna upgrade these guys. More artisans. And if we really wanted to with the money, we could probably just start relocating people over. Yeah, might start doing that. I'm hearing gunshots. Are our ships okay?
A competitor raised a settlement.
Oh, it's just our thing. Good. I don't think they actually miss when they fire. Let's go chase. Let's make another frigate. And that'll be 4 in total that we have.
Frigate first class.
So we have the thing for Hugo Mercier. So it's done
Your
now.
contribution is made. Your autonomy is
New orders, Admiral.
Right, let's sell our schooners.
Might I advise? Taking the initiative. Excellent.
And this one as well.
Orders.
What a jolly.
Why ever would you do that? Attacks? Well, I can assure you Her Majesty knows absolutely nothing about that. He's manipulating you, like he manipulated all those people. Do not fall for it, I sincerely beg of you. Stay loyal to our queen. I like this Mercier stuff, it's quite interesting. Alright, so, massive worker deficit. Now let's actually play the game and bounce our economy, like 30 minutes in. Yeah, okay. So there's some interesting things going on. You know, with our mods, we have an additional sort of industrial fishery. Do we have it here? Oh, there it is. But it actually requires electricity. Damn, yeah. Can't really use that then. What about the tools production? We require a little bit of iron and timber. The tools consumption is just 1 ton per minute. How much? We don't actually provide enough steel. We've got a lot of artisans here. We need more workers. So what I'd like to do, let's experiment with one of the new mods, right? Terraced worker house. So we can just build these straight up. We've got pretty good amount of material. It's actually 9 wood per household, so it's strange to be low on wood. But let's just go to Brundisium and pick up some of that wood there. Transfer it over to the other island. And just quickly build some worker households down by the docks. These can be our sort of industrial area. And they're quite cool.
Spend it all at once.
Sounds like my mom. Don't spend it all at once. Alright, yeah, we'll just wait for that construction material, and then we can have a look at what's in front of us. The pickled veg. Let's see how we're doing now. We must have provided that to at least these guys, right? Yep, they're loving it. Great. Do they need steel to upgrade? No, just bricks and wood, actually. Let's upgrade just a couple more. Alright, there we go. So, again, it's kind of a mix of... Oh, are we getting engineers from these? That would be an interesting thing if... Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing if when they're leveled up, you don't get the farmers anymore, but you get workers, artisans, and engineers. So... But I don't think... That can't be right, can it? I'll have to look into that. Well, actually, okay, here's what we'll do. Is that 50? I'll just upgrade one right now. No, it didn't change. Okay, so that's just... We must have that from... the newspaper, is it?
Someone once told me they didn't like my work.
I don't know what it's coming from.
Myself in a nettle patch.
Oh, maybe just influence. We must have hit an expansion thing. Yeah, okay. Island workforce plus 50. Okay, that's good to know, though. Good to know. We'll just bring that back down just for now. Anyways, we'll just change the look and feel of this to be more like artisanal. And we'll rotate them. Some people were annoyed that they were all like carbon copies of each other's in the other episode. Yeah, it looks cool. I love it. I think it looks awesome. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, so cool. They'll take in the pickled veg. Soon, the suits should arrive. I maybe set that a bit too high, but 25 seems reasonable to me for suits. They're at 20, so it is building. They'll get there eventually. Alright, let's pick up the wood. And we'll bring this across, and just notify me when you get there, please. Right, back to the New World just for a moment. So we have this island. Obviously nothing happening there right now. We'll focus on that in a little bit. I really just want to claim islands and... Oh no! I was too slow! Ah! Oh. You bitch. Can I start buying that? It's 42,000 though. Oh no. She already has 3. Why would you do that? Our relations are really good. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I was too slow. His relations are great too. I feel like with that high plus 80, we could start maybe buying her shares. While there's, you know, it's basically as cheap as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna try. I really think that island being next to ours is quite important to get.
I know what
She's gonna hate me for it.
And I can't let you
I'll have to stay on top of that though. Every 10 minutes we gotta try and buy them. We have the influence. We kind of have the money. I think it's worth trying to buy the island. Alright, let's drop this stuff off and let's continue exploring. We found the pirates, by the way. They're in the center. sucks. What else is around? This one's very small. This one could be okay. It's actually got cow chuck and corn. Maybe. Alright, back home.
Ready for a challenge.
Right, we're dropping... Wow, the wood went up really quickly here, actually. So, let's build these terraced workers, right? So, terraced workers are basically like compressed, compact workers that live close together, but they have a little bit of maintenance cost to upkeep. But they also have increased needs, and can sustain more people living in them. So, we can build these little estates down by the docks. That's kind of the look and feel I want to go for. So, we'll just bring this right down to the bottom there. Now, they're also going to need a market. They still have the usual needs, I think. And a school, that kind of thing. So, a farmer's school, I'll place that in just somewhere like there. Maybe the market can go in the middle. Sure. Can make a nice row of trees or something there. I do actually have a bunch of ornament mods, I just haven't used any yet.
Ship under attack.
That's good.
Station.
The little gunboats that are patrolling. Beryl's working with me. Actually, we didn't check if we... Yeah, there we go. Pick that up. Don't let her take it. 15 sails. And our cannon towers are working great, firing on these guys.
Falcon ready.
Nice. Super happy with that. We have 5 uses of this. Just gonna send this back. I'm trying to get all my ships to go back home so I can get reorientated.
Your leadership.
Oh, there's a festival going on. Nice. Oh yeah, workers are... That's why we're building these guys. And there we go. So that's what we get. So it's like, little Coronation Street, you know? Keeping the little brick lane that goes between. How good is that? Nice and clean. And there's a decent amount of little variation to them. You can also change their skin colors. Black roof, red roof skins, classic. Just leave it at classic. For, it's kind of got a variant anyway, but probably classical is what we'll go with. I think it's pretty cool having that down by the dock so we can see what they need. So, a market, fish, work clothes, sausages, bread, soap, a regular school. I don't know why I built that. That was stupid of me, actually. 70 grand to not go to war with the pirates in the New World. Okay.
Now, as promised.
I guess I don't really have any ships up there, but at least we can keep them kind of happy for a little while. They're also going to need tea, tools, and electricity to get upgraded to the next level of terrace. So it's kind of like the skyscraper mechanic, but for workers. So they can get another story built on top of them. So yeah, let's get them a regular school. That was very silly of me building this one. I forgot it's a farmer school. This is what we needed. Leave that there for now. Alright, we'll see how we get on with that as they grow and grow. Now, they're actually already making good money because we do provide a lot of this stuff for them right now. Happiness, they need a pub as well. So that should bring our money up a little bit more. They need a church. Alright. Normal workers don't need that, right? Oh, they do. Okay. Whoops. Give them a church as well. Maybe somewhere here. A bit further into the town. Probably push that back a little bit later, but for now this should be fine. Can we build it? Need more bricks and wood, so we'll just have to wait. But this workforce should get a lot better. I haven't balanced all the economy though yet. I'll have to get back to that. And there's things that I want to do, which is build like the industrial sausage factory and... Oh, so much to do. Never enough time. I'm so butt hurt, really, about Beryl taking that island. I just feel so bad that I let something slip like that. Because I had plenty of time for it. What about this one? Oh my god. Oh, right. This is... I was like, holy crap. It's Manola, of course. I forgot that it was baked in already. I assumed that the AI never settles this.
Aye, aye.
Well, maybe I don't need that other island then as badly. Although I wanted it for the herbs. We have herbs on ours. It actually has everything we have, except it just has a lot more... You know what? It doesn't really have anything. I guess bauxite and gold. It has bauxite and gold, which we don't have. I think it'd be good to get this island. We'll keep looking around, though. and then go for Manola as well. Alright, we'll keep exploring. I don't have the mental bandwidth right now to set anything up there. Still focusing on sorting things out here. I just don't want to crash my economy. Now, are they getting suits?
My soul has leave to express itself.
We'll also have to start thinking about removing some of these guys and maybe doing the variety theater or something. Next to the farms doesn't really make any sense, but we might just have to go there for a little while, temporarily. So it needs steel and glass windows. Let's increase the road distance. There we go, civilization spreads. Might actually have to wrap it up for this one. It feels like this is really hectic, but I feel like the next one will slow just a little bit, which is good. Because I'm not once we're now in the new world, I'm like, okay, things can chill. Want to get to Cape Trelawney though as well, I suppose. Which will be one of the next things we do. Yeah, I think in the next one I'm going to start actually trying to make this place look a little bit better. I'm going to move some of these buildings, and because we got good money, so I think I'm happy enough to start doing that.
On our way.
So let me get some of these frigates. There's 1, 2, 3. Just get these together. Gunboats can come around this way. Get all my ships together. Did I lose a ship? Because I seem to be missing one, unless it's on patrol, is it? Oh, it's escorting. There we go.
We'll tack there in no time.
Anyway, that'll keep my fleet together. I'm going to sell some of the gunboats. Or maybe just even keep them on a loose patrol around this area here between the two islands. Just 1 or 2. And then just mostly focus on frigates and ship of the lines. And then the Imperial shipyard once we get to it. But there is a lot to do now in the next episode just for balancing what we have. So we need more fish, schnapps, need kind of more of everything. But we have a huge workforce now, so should be okay. And as we build up more workers in these houses...
Competitors are now at war.
Who's at war? Beryl Mara and Jean Lafortune. Okay, the pirates in the New World. That's alright. Yeah, I'm just surprised that with the amount of workers... we don't have much more workforce. But we have lots of artisan workforce, so we can start thinking about getting up to the next tier, which is T. That's going to require workers and artisans in the tea factory. This is a tea docks. This comes in on the coast, but we need, as you can see, reinforced concrete for that. So we're not at that level yet. We have to actually just unlock engineers.
Breaking the cycle of
Now, to unlock engineers, we're obviously low on canned food, and we never got a university. So those are 2 things that we need for our artisans. So yeah, I think the next episode we're going to space out some area for the university, try to fulfill those needs, get to the engineers, and we'll be well on our way then. Alright, let me know what you think, by the way, with buying up this island. I'm committing to it. 1:40 to go. If I just stay on top of that, it should be okay. And we could buy it off her. She'll hate that. It might be like a -20 when you actually do the buy-off or buyout. But as long as we keep her happy with quests and the odd bit of flattering, she'll be okay with it, you know? It's just, it is a lot of money. But we do have a decent amount now. Alright, it's going to have to be it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for the chaos, but I think it will slow down now in the next one. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.